Hey guys, today's video is gonna be a bit long. Um, Not a bit, it's quite long, 1 hour straight. So I had a challenge. Um, so I was told to do nothing for 1 whole hour. Instead of just sitting and doing nothing, I thought, let's do a vlog about it. There won't be any edits, so that's why the video is gonna be like super long, because I don't have an editor. So yeah, I have to just sit and talk to you guys. Yeah, sorry if the things just shake. So yeah, um, before I even start, welcome to SUWin. My name's Ashwin, and yeah, so instead of just sitting and talking some random shit, I thought of just telling you guys about myself, which is quite funny. Before that, wait, I forgot to time myself. Where's the 1 hour? Okay, 1 hour from now. Yeah, so I don't know how people do this. I've done so many vlogs. I think I've done almost 9 vlogs, and there's still about another, I would say, nearly 5, 6 other vlogs which I did, and I haven't posted because I don't have an editor to post it. I mean, to edit it and for me to post it. So, yeah, I've taken quite a number of videos for you guys, but I haven't posted it. Yeah, I don't know how you guys can look at the camera and talk. I don't know how. Like, I really can't. So nervous. I, I end up not looking at the camera most of the time, or it's either that I just start stuttering and just end up talking unnecessary things. Like now, I planned something else and I'm sitting and talking to you guys about something else. I don't know how news anchors or what news anchors. I don't know. I know I'm following like few people on Instagram and they are following me back as well. That I've seen them talking the news or something. News anchors, right? Yeah, I don't know, the main people who sit at that place and talk are news anchors. I don't know what are the others called, journalists or something. I'm not sure. If you guys are, I mean, those that are in my Instagram, you're watching this, I mean, those news anchors or whoever you guys are, yeah, shout out to you guys. I don't know how you guys do it. If you guys are watching this, please hit me up in Instagram. I, I really can't talk. I need some tips from you guys. Yeah, so coming back to the point, instead of just sitting and doing a normal vlog, I thought of just telling you guys about myself. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, coming again, see, for 3 hours straight, I'm talking some nonsense instead of going straight to the point. So coming to the point, let's see, where should I start? I'm not going to talk about my childhood or anything. I'm just going to start my life simple from Malaysia. I mean, before this, yeah, so this is how I wanted to start anyways. So I don't think many of you guys know, but I used to do medicine before I came back to Malaysia and doing vlogs and all this. So about myself, when I was 18 years old, 18 years old, now I'm 25, I used to study medicine in Indonesia for 6 months, in Medan specifically. So from there, I wasn't so happy with Indonesia. I wanted to go to Bali because the subjects were in English, but I didn't get into Bali. So I was offered Poland, and after that, so I ended up going to Poland. So yeah, I did medicine in Poland for 2 years, and long story short, I just didn't want to continue medicine. Not to say I didn't want to continue. My passion was always doing medicine. I always wanted to be a doctor since young, even though people said I can't become a doctor. And even my dad, he's a doctor. He didn't want me to do medicine because he didn't want me to suffer like him. And yet I was like, no, it's okay. I always grew up seeing you as a doctor. I want to be a doctor. So I ended up going to do medicine in Indonesia and then Poland. But yeah, Poland was good. Poland, the first year wasn't good though. It was hell. But second year was just fun. Like I made lots of friends, multiracial friends, and all that. Life was good. Life was really good. I enjoyed myself and all. But things didn't go well. I mean, all I wanted was to come back and study in Malaysia. But my dad said, why would you want to do medicine and suffer? Why don't you just come back to Malaysia and do something else? I told him this, I don't want to go back to Indonesia and study, or it's either I come back and study in Malaysia. I mean, still doing medicine, not doing something else. But that's why he said, why would you want to do medicine and suffer? Do something else. I kind of understood that because my dad had a 24 hours clinic, and yeah, I don't get to see my dad a lot. So I know how much he would have suffered as well. So yeah, since growing up, I always thought, okay, you know what, for my children, I want to always be there and all that. So yeah, in a way, still I wanted to do medicine. And he said, why would you want to suffer like me? And also thinking of situation and all that, I thought I was just coming back. And during that time, exactly after my birthday, 3 days after my birthday, I mean, I think 2 days after my birthday, first of all, I told my dad, I want to come back. It's okay, I'll just come back now. He said, okay, you come back and all that. Exactly the next day, I'm getting a news that my grandma passed away. And yeah, my mind just went sideways real quick. So I started overthinking and I was like, okay, you know what, yeah, it's a good day I'm going back. I better just be in Malaysia and all that. So I came back. I was unsure of what I wanted to do because my parents told me to take business. Yeah, they insisted me on taking business, and during that time I also had a girlfriend, which right after Poland and all that. So even she wanted me to do business. But when I was back home from Poland, I told my, I was joking or I was mimicking my parents or whoever, some relatives and all that, because I was just like, I can just behave and talk like people. So I just did that. Then I just told my parents, are like, you know what, I should just do psychology. That moment, both my parents, they smiled and they just looked at each other. I was like, okay, I think they're getting an idea. Okay. So from there, we ended up, they wanted me to do psychology, but my girlfriend at that time, my ex right now, she didn't want me to do psychology. Not gonna say why, but another story for another time. We better not go there. So she didn't want me to do psychology. She wanted me to do business, and yeah, I got into a relationship with her right after Poland on the way back. I went and met her before coming to Malaysia. I'm not gonna say where. So yeah, that was that. Then she didn't want me to do psychology and all that. And yeah, so I said no. Then during that time, what I did was I agreed to do foundation, even though I already had my foundation from my previous this one and all that colleges. I just agreed to do foundation just to see how is business and how is psychology. So I did foundation in arts, even though I did foundation in science before. So I agreed to do that, and trust me, I suffered. I suffered. Not even 6 months, I would say 3 to 4 months. The first month itself, I was like, okay, I can't do business at all. I can't. So I decided, you know what, let's go to do, I said it's okay, and I had my earlier foundation results, and I just got into psychology in the same college. So I ended up doing psychology. Now I'm a third year student. Third year student. Okay, I had to extend certain this one and all that. So yeah, I ended up doing psychology. So, yeah, when I started psychology, it was good, but me coming back from Poland, and then honestly, to be honest, I was in a very bad relationship. So that 2 years was not so good because mentality I had in Poland, and when I came back here, me seeing the surrounding, I mean, not to say the surrounding, me interacting with people was hard, um, and all that. So things were quite hard for me to deal with. So that was quite pure hell, more than the first year of Poland. So yeah, from that, um, what happened? So yeah, I just continued doing psychology for the first year. I ended up finishing the first year, and from there, yeah, I also had a breakup in the end of my first year, exactly on my mom's birthday. That turned out bad. That turned out quite bad. I'm not gonna talk about why my relationship is that or whatever, because it's quite bad, and I don't want to relive the entire thing, oh, and all. So, anyways, that story, as I said, another story for another day. Okay. So exactly when I ended my relationship, I got into second year, and that year was COVID year, exactly 2019, and then and 2020, my second year was the phase of COVID rising around the world. Malaysia was very less during that time, COVID cases. So yeah, I made few friends. Due to my ex, when the first year 2019, I lost lots of friends as well, all my old friends and all that. Some friends in Poland, where who I couldn't talk too much and all that. So that's why I said that whole year was quite bad. So when 2020 came, I tried to go back and talk to my friends, but my friends kept pushing me away. Or some ended up having psychotic boyfriends, and the boyfriends were very against me or something. And some, like, I had very few guy friends, and even all I hear was this one thing I hate, sorry to say, but guys or girls, if you guys have a partner, a relationship partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, when it's because of them you're pushing away your friends or something, I would say it's time for you to rethink everything. In my case, it affected my family as well. So, yeah. Then, so coming back to 2020, 2020 was something new, because when I came back from Poland, I was still with my ex, so, and I didn't have lots of friends. So 2020 started, I was lost. I didn't have friends. I tried to make some new friends, it didn't work. My old friends, some of them, I mean, my old friends left me, like even those that were in college. I only had 2 friends in college, and yeah, things happened that hurt me like a lot, like very bad. So they were avoiding me. One of them, I got them back, which I'm very thankful to now. So yeah, and I made a new friend and all that. I started making new friends, and I wanted to date people, but I was not into all this Tinder or whatever that shit. I was so, how to say, um, I wasn't okay with meeting new people. I have social anxiety. I think after that 2019, I just had very bad social anxiety. Like even now, if I look at people, I want to talk to people, I have very bad social anxiety. Even when it comes to my own relatives, I try to not look at them. Even recently, my cousin's wedding came up. That was a funny story. I mentioned this in another video, which I haven't edited. I mean, I haven't posted. Yeah, I have very bad social anxiety. I run away from people. I don't want to even look at them. That's how bad I've been traumatized. I didn't want to even look at people and all. So COVID happened. Even though COVID happened during that time, 2020, many people said it was hell and that was the worst year. No, 2020 was the best year for me. I don't know why. I felt like I could breathe. Even though I was sitting at home doing nothing, I had to attend online classes. Attending online classes was hell because in my hometown I don't have good internet. During that time I only had 2 meg or 4 meg. That's very slow. And yeah, I had to deal with that. So I had some trouble with college and all that, but some teachers were very understanding, sorry, and they offered to help me out. So I was able to go to college after COVID, right after COVID ended, and they helped me out. They really helped me out. If my teachers are saying this, I'm very thankful to them. Thanks for helping me out during that time and all. And yeah, so COVID ended, the first MCO, not fully though, first MCO ended, and I came back here. When I came back, things were still new because a new friend that I made during before COVID, when I came back, she wasn't here, so my friend went back to her country, and yeah, and then we ended up having a misunderstanding, and things didn't go out well. Since that, we've never spoken. That was after COVID, and yeah, that was that. But one thing was that when I came back, I was just normal. Like I was just trying to focus on myself and all that. Then I decided on doing this, which was asking my cousin. My cousin's a model, by the way. So I asked her, I saw that you've been doing modeling. Can you help me out? I want to try to just have some good photos for Instagram. I wanted to try out. And she helped me out. So shout out to my cousin who just won second place in Miss Petite Malaysia, Dashni. Yeah, shout out to you, Dave. Yeah, thanks to you, that I got into modeling. So yeah, that was something new. I got into modeling, which was unbelievable. So that's the first time I tried it. I just went. My cousin couldn't follow me, so I just got into modeling. I went there, and I ended up making few good friends, which are gems, very good friends. And yeah, that was that. I wanted to do a lot in modeling, but what happened? Exactly during that time, second MCO happened. Ouch, right? Yeah. Second MCO happened, and I had to come back. So when I came back, I had to go back to my hometown, and I was there for some time. But during that time itself, I don't know why, but exactly that's the time when I went back, I had a haircut over there, and the barber used a thinning scissors for your hair. I don't know how you call it, and I don't like that usually. So I think he just went and cut over here. So my hair at this part was like, it looked kind of bald, like the hair was too like that. And everyone was like, "Oh, you're balding, this." And I said, "No, don't say that. Don't in Tamil you would say don't don't put mouth and something." And even I had a friend. Every time she has to say whatever I do for my hair, she's like, "Don't do that, your hair will fall. Don't do that, your hair will fall." Even my ex, exactly 1 month after we were together, when she was leaving, when she was in the airport, when she was going to leave, she touched my hair and she said, "Don't go bald, okay?" I was like, why? Why do you guys all have to just? So it's okay. So yeah, that thing happened and all, but I just didn't want to think of anything about it and all that. Yeah, during that time things were hard because I can MCO, but I don't know why things were a bit different and all that. But during that time, I wanted to develop myself. I was like, you know what? I really want to work out. I want to look good for modeling because I was very passionate about modeling and all that. So after the second MCO, I ended up coming back here. So before I came back, I spoke to one of my friends, gym trainer, and he said I have to take my protein powder. I have to take protein powders, and I have to start doing weightlifting and all that. I wasn't so happy about taking protein powders because I used to take when I was in Poland, but I didn't work out. So I'll just take every night before going to bed and all that. I ended up not putting on, I wouldn't say I put on weight. My body is like skinny fat. So when I started taking that, my body, my torso, it just became huge. And my arms were small. I took 6 months to get back to my normal size. I had to like fast every Wednesday, not eating, and I was drinking just hot water. And then once I went to India, so India 1 whole week, can't afford with my parents, so I didn't want to eat. So I was just eating papadums, and I think I just came back to my normal size. Exactly, that's the time I came back. I went to my cousin's house, and he was like, we were all comparing something because my cousins have six packs. I don't. Yeah. So they were all like pulling and saying they and all that. I was like, I just pulled mine, and then my cousin was like, "Dave, where's your top pack?" Top pack means belly. So I was like, what? I was like, I was pushing it out, and there was nothing there. I was like, oh, okay, I don't have belly. That's good. I didn't realize until my cousin realized it. So that was the time. Because in Poland, I used to work out a lot. I mean, just home workout. I don't go to the gym very well. I just went to the gym, I think, few times with my friends. And yeah, I think twice with my friend or something. So yeah, I didn't work out much. I'm sorry if I'm mixing my stories here and there because suddenly when I'm talking to you guys on camera, I'm getting nervous and I'm forgetting stuffs. And yeah, we are 40 minutes strong right now. Yeah, so that's one thing. So I started taking protein powder when I came back here. Trust me, that was the worst mistake of my life that I made. I don't know if it was protein powder or what and all, but I started to have skin problem. I started having dryness all over here. I don't know if you guys can still see now, like I have a patch over here and here, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Started having a very bad skin problem. It was peeling, it was very dry and all that. Then out of nowhere, I started to see that my hair was falling. So my hair was not just falling from my head. My hair was falling from my mustache, my beard, my eyebrows, and also my body. I'm a very heavy person in my body, and my hair just started falling. So I was like, hey, what's going on? And I was like trying my best to just fix things here and there. And I went to doctors here, there. I met so many doctors. Nothing worked. It's not just that I lost hair or skin problem. I wasn't healing as well. If any, let's say I scratch my hand here, there, or somewhere, I don't heal. I didn't heal at all. And so I even took blood tests. I took all kind of tests. That's the thing. And all came back normal. Yeah, I had genetical cholesterol. I still have genetical cholesterol. But I take care of my food very well. But still no. Yeah, but that was different. But other than that, all my tests came out normal. I tried going to all kind of doctors. I started trying all kind of products. Nothing worked. Even my hair now, trust me, I know how bad it is. I have to blow it to keep it up like this. You know, my beard, I never blow my beard. Now I have to blow my beard. I don't even blow my hair. I just comb and it's just normal. Like in my DP for my YouTube, and if you guys see my Instagram pictures, my earlier Instagram pictures from 2019 and 2020, everything, I mean, those are all natural hairstyles. I don't even use any product for my hair. Nothing. I don't blow, nothing. But since last year, everything just went sideways. Everything went bad. Like, I tried my level best to do whatever I could. Nothing worked. You know, I cried. Honestly, I cried. I tried to do everything. Like, I'll tell myself this, like, I don't even drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. Like, why does this have to happen to me? I started putting on weight, my metabolism went down, and all that. I went into depression. I was having lots of bad stress and all that. One problem started and you end up, going into depression and you start stressing out about it and it makes your problem worse. Yeah, so that was that. And at one point I was like, okay, I started thinking so many things, like, was it like people kannupadan, or, that's Tamil word, eyes, bad eyes, huh? Evil eyes, right? Evil eyes, yeah. Evil eyes, or did somebody like, Senjipodan, or Senjipodan is like somebody did black magic or something. I was thinking all that. Like, did somebody do this to me? Like, why is my situation so bad? And just didn't end there. I started having problem in college. I started having problems everywhere. Here, there, I was like struggling so badly. Like, you know. Oh, and also before that, before 2021, I lost my grandma. Technically, she's my grandmother's sister. When I came back from, okay, the thing is, my grandmother, my mom's mom, who is living with me, she has Alzheimer's, but it wasn't so bad last time. When I came back from Poland, she was still okay. After some time, it just got worse to a very bad level. Even now, whenever I go back home, I see my grandma. It's like, I don't know who she is. I mean, I know who she is, but I feel like I've already lost her. It's very hard to see her that way. She raised me. Technically, she raised me. And to make things worse, her brother, who also raised me. My mom's dad passed away after some time when she was born. So in that place to take care of me as a grandfather, it was my mom's uncle, which is my grandma's brother. He got Alzheimer's too. Things were very bad. Like me seeing my grandma one side having Alzheimer's, seeing the man who raised me also having Alzheimer's. It's very painful for me to see. Even this year it was his birthday. His birthday is also next month. It's been 1 year. I went to his birthday and I saw him. The moment he saw me, it was like, in Tamil he said, he grew up here, he was crying. He kept crying when he saw me because I was everything for him when I was young. He can't even take it when people talk bad about me. to add petrol to the fire, my dad. I used to be very naughty when I was young, so whenever I had problem during secondary school, my dad will only go and complain to him. And my grandfather, he'll come to me when I'm sleeping in my room. He'll come, he'll tell, yeah, don't do this. Okay, don't let people talk like this about you. And he'll cry. That was very sad. I've never seen my grandfather cry. And he'll cry. I'm not saying my dad shouldn't have done that. It was my mistake. I used to be a messed up child when I was young. And yeah, I know that mistake, but my dad shouldn't have told him. And yeah, it's not like I've never made my parents cry. When I was young, I was really messed up. I know, I put my parents through hell. I'm sorry, Appa and Amma, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. Okay, I know I put you through lots of hell as well. Okay, I didn't mean it. I was young, I was stupid. Yeah, I do still do some stupid stuff now, but I try my best to not hurt you guys. But somehow I think I'm just cursed, and I end up messing up somewhere, and I end up hurting you guys. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, anyways, that's that. So yeah, when I came back from Poland, seeing my grandma like that, it was also hell. My grandfather was still okay that time, but exactly towards 2020, it got worse. It got very bad, and I couldn't. I don't know. The grandfather who raised me, the grandmother who raised me, I used to sleep on my grandma's hand up to, yeah, even I think, yeah, up to even this year or last year. I'll still sleep on my hand. Now I don't sleep on my grandma's hand because she's sick, so she just sleeps in her room, and all that. Yeah, I used to sleep on her hand, no matter how old I was. I don't care. People out there, if your parents or grandparents, whoever, you're loving to them, don't care. Just don't care. Don't care what people talk about it, people look at it or whatever. Just don't care. Come on, you love them, right? They love you. Yeah, sometimes parents do embarrassing things, but still they love you. They do everything out of love. Sometimes they make mistakes. Just tell them. Like my parents have never ever got angry and shouted without thinking, without doing things. Yeah, they have. But I'll tell them, calm down. Don't worry. I know if it's my mistake, I'll just sit quietly and take it. Last time when I was young, I'll be like, I'll say something back. Now I'm like, it's stupid. It's your mistake. Why you want to go fight back at your parents? I'll tell myself that. Like, don't, just shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything. Like, yeah, if it's your mistake, then do it. But if it's not my mistake, yes, I'll say no. Don't just shout and all that. Okay, I know the mistake is this, but you cannot just put the blame on me. Sometimes parents do that. But I think I'm not just telling for myself, I'm telling this happens to everyone, right? Everyone has their own family problems and all that. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry if I'm mixing the stories here, there, all that. I'm very sorry. You know, yeah. So, anyways, coming to the point, so yeah, my grandparents were really sick, and you know Coco from Disney? You know the great grandmother, she has Alzheimer's, she won't remember anything. Yeah, when I saw that, I cried. I literally cried because that reminds me of my grandmother. It's exactly the same how my grandmother is. And all, I cried. I cried. I mean, whenever I watch Coco, when it goes to the ending where he sings to the grandmother about her father, I end up crying. And that's just one of my emotional movies. The very first emotional movie that I ever cried like that was when I was 17. There was one Tamil movie acted by Vimal, and I don't know what's the girl's name. Yeah, he'll have the grandfather who loves him so much, but also, you know, he does things that embarrasses the grandson, but yet he doesn't care. So but at one point I think he shouts at his grandfather, and the grandfather leaves the house, and you know, the grandfather becomes insane. The sight of the road, he just talks himself and all that. And yeah, when the grandson goes and looks for him, he ends up finding the grandfather like that. The moment I saw that, I just ran up. I started crying. I said, no, I don't never allow this to happen to my grandma, and all that. I just stopped crying. Yeah. You know, life hit me hard. And my grandma has Alzheimer's now. Even now it hurts. My grandma comes out and she asks, where is Ashwin? To me. She can't recognize me. It hurts, but I understand. She will come and ask the same question many times. I say, no ma, nothing. She'll come and ask, I did exam, I passed it, and all that. For her, my grandmother will ask if she passed her exam. I say, yeah ma, you passed it, don't worry, and all that. So, yeah, no matter how many times she comes and asks, I'll just tell that and all that. Yeah, but it hurts whenever I go back home. I'm scared to go back home, but I'll go. Even my grandfather, he has Alzheimer's. He doesn't live with us, he stays in his house, but I'm just scared to go and see him. I grew up with him and his sons. My uncles are watching this. Yeah, you guys know how much I love Tata. Okay. But I'm just scared. Don't think that I'm not coming and seeing, oh, the fellow grew up with it, he's not coming and seeing me and all. No. I'm just scared to come and see. That's the only thing. Yeah. I just can't see him like that. It hurts. Yeah. anyways, coming back to my health problem, yeah, I don't know what happened. My health was very bad. I've been suffering with it for 2 years straight, having all this skin problem, my hair like this and all that. Yeah, even like recently I've been checking with some doctors and all. Nothing worked. Like life has been really hitting me very hard for the past 2 years. Not like really like Kanupadan. I don't know lah. But yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, all I would say is, no matter what happens, just don't give up. Yeah, just don't give up. I started doing YouTube because, as I told you guys in my very first video, right? Yeah, I told myself that I'm gonna do this YouTube channel to, how to say, to boost my own motivation to be better in life. And therefore, I came up with the name as Yuvin. Technically, the name was given by my dad because he came up with my name because of Ashwin as Yuvin. He meant that. He's the one who said as Yuvin. So I was like, nice name. I also thought of that actually. So that's the whole point of my channel. As you win in life, never give up. That's the whole point. Okay, times will hit you hard. Okay, things will really hit you hard. But no matter what, just don't go up. Don't give up. Okay, you just keep winning in life. Okay, as like I would say, things will hit you hard, but as they are hitting you hard, you keep winning. Okay, so as you win, that's what my whole this one was. But I ended up doing some other video because whenever I do some motivational video or advice videos, I don't get it well because one, I have everything in my head, but I just can't, like, how to say, implement it. Yeah, I can't implement it directly because most of the time situations don't go well. Like it starts raining, or I plan for this but I can't do this. But my number one problem is this: talking to you guys. Talking to you guys is my biggest problem because I get nervous and I end up talking all kind of shit. Like now, even now, I've been telling and going. And yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what I'm saying. I just get so nervous and I end up talking things that I don't have to talk about. You know, yeah. But so yeah, here's the thing. And yeah, as I told you guys, right? So my health went bad. My college, it's been like that and all. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys this. During 2020, I also started doing psychology. Why? I started doing hypnosis. So yeah, thank God I woke up with my expired time. If not, going to hypnosis class would have been hell. Yeah. So yeah, I ended up doing hypnosis. So yeah, my life is quite interesting. I did medicine in Medan for 6 years. 6 months. And then I did medicine in Poland for 2 years. Then I started doing medicine. What? I started doing psychology. And then I did hypnosis. Right after my hypnosis, I've done my hypnosis foundation in hypnosis, in clinical hypnosis. So I've done the foundation. I didn't continue the advanced versions because the classes are online right now because of COVID and all that. So I'm waiting for the face-to-face to start. So I'll continue my face-to-face soon, hopefully. I'm just waiting because now cases are still high. They've been going up again. So I'm just waiting for that. So once that happens, when face-to-face starts, I'll continue my hypnosis as well. And then, yeah, I started doing psychology. I started doing I started doing modeling, which I also had to put on hold due to my health. That's the one thing, exactly when I started doing modeling, I was like so happy, I was so motivated, and things went sideways real hard. I don't know. I even told people to sutti poran already. Nothing works. you know, uh, Nothing works. I don't know lah. My health has been very bad. Yeah, I've been trying so many doctors and all that. Nothing helped. My health is just bad right now. And yeah, that's one part of it. And I also started eating unhealthy as well, stress eating. Yeah, which I don't do. And recently I had a very bad craving for nachos, so I ended up buying lots of Doritos. And I'm eating lots of Doritos at night, just munching whenever I'm watching TV or something, and all. So, yeah, that's that. But I've been trying to control on the eating part. But sometimes I have to do vlogs and all that for you guys. So yeah, that's the thing. I want to say something and I'm somewhere else. So yeah, I started doing YouTube and all that. I want to I want to do normal vlogs at the same time, give you opinions on what I've learned in my past, my mistakes that I have made, and all the things, advices that I got and I learned. I wanted to implement that in my videos, but I don't know why the situation doesn't go well for me to implement it, and I end up talking things that I don't want to talk, as I told. So things go sideways. So then I said, you know what, let's just start doing vlogs, normal vlogs and all that. But yeah, I think I just have to prepare myself more. If those people from my Instagram, those news anchors or journalists, people who write, right? Yeah, okay, whoever, if you guys are watching this, please hit me up. I need to know how you guys look at the camera straight and talk, because I tried my best to not have anything scripted. Maybe I'll have my points in my head, but I don't like to script out things and all. Yeah, you guys should really teach me on that. Yeah. So anyways, how long have we spoken? Oh, okay, we have about another 18 minutes left. So yeah, after doing modeling, I got into YouTube, as you guys already know lah. And yeah, that's the thing. Anyways, you know what, I really wanted to at least do something, like write or do something while talking to you guys, but I can't fidget or do anything. 1 hour straight I should not do anything. That's my challenge today. And I've been talking to you guys for almost 45 minutes. Yeah, that's how long I've been talking. And I set the timer late also, so yeah, should be more than 45 minutes. So that's a short story about my life, which I've told. I know I missed out lots of parts here and there, because yeah, I'm nervous. It just didn't come to my mind, and I forgot and all that. Oh, another part though, some people said this are literally some pieces of shits. I have to say this now. They said that I started doing modeling because of other people. I saw this. No, I didn't see other people. I always wanted to do modeling. It's just that I had some opportunity where my own cousin was in it, and she helped me out. That's why I said thanks to her. She helped me out, And also coming back to YouTube, people said I started doing YouTube because I saw my cousins. No, I wanted to do YouTube ever since I was in Poland. Before even Poland, I wanted to do YouTube. My very big YouTube, what do you say, YouTuber that I look up to, yeah, he was doing YouTube for very long, even before I went to Poland. So I always look at his videos, and I always told myself, one day I'll do YouTube, because Poland has lots of nice places to do vlogs. Trust me, I always wanted to do YouTube since Poland. So yeah, it's just that my cousin started earlier, but we were discussing and doing my grandma's funeral during that time and all that. Um, yeah. See, speaking about funeral, I totally forgot about, not forgot, so nervous, it didn't come to my mind. It's something sad that 2 days back, my cousin passed away. My cousin, but he's only 18, he passed away. And that was another big hit for me. I was like, when I got the news from my other cousin, like, my parents didn't want to tell me. They wanted to tell me like after 12 because I just woke up around 11:30. My cousin texted me about the video he edited, and then I got up. I just replied, and he was like, "Hey, I just heard. Amma just told. I very sad." I was like, "Huh?" My cousin said, "I said, what are you crapping?" We already know he was sick. He wasn't well, and all that, and then it was like my cousin asked like, "What the hell are you crapping?" My cousin straight called me. I was like, "Hello, Dave. What happened?" I knew. I mean, honestly, yeah, I thought the worst, but I didn't want that to be something. When my cousin told me, I was like, "Dave, what the hell? What happened?" Honestly, if my auntie is watching this, I'm very sorry. My uncle and auntie, you're watching this, I'm very sorry. Okay, I know he was a very big help for you and including Patti. Okay, I know how much you loved him. He was everything for you guys. He'll take care of you guys. My cousin was sick. He had to do dialysis and all that. But he'll take care of his parents and his grandma like nothing. Everyone will say that. Okay, he was a gem for them. Okay, he used to call me last time. He used to call me, Anne, are you free? Come and bring me here, there, and all. During that time, I was with my ex, and trust me, as I said, it was hell. Yeah, I couldn't go out anywhere. When he called me all the time, he would be messaging, Anne. I'll be just pushing him away. I feel so bad and all that. Suddenly, getting the news that he went, I was like, it's very shocking. He's the youngest. Like, he's very young. It was unacceptable, and it's very unfair for him to go through that. All the health problems that he had, it's very unfair. That's all. Even if something else, like, you can say that, but what happened to him is very unfair. I just can't accept it. I really can't. All I would say is he's up there with his grandma. They'll take care of each other, and they will take care of my uncle and auntie now, who are here. They'll always be their guardians, the angels to protect them. Yeah, a moment of silence for that, for him. And yeah, if my cousin is ever hearing this, I'm very sorry. I wasn't a good brother. I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry. I really feel bad. We didn't know how to react. Even when my cousin told me, like, my cousin jokes all the time. So when he told me, I was like, okay, I was waiting. Okay, and then only straight away I called my dad. I was like, Pa, said, yeah. That's why I was like, even my dad said it's very unfair. They called him. His mom called him and all that. It was very hard to hear, And I'm not so good with funerals. It's very hard. Like, the very first funeral that I've ever been to, apart from my great-grandparents when I was a kid, was my uncle's. Even Dad hit me hard. That was right before I went to Poland. That was already traumatizing enough before going to Poland. And other than that, hearing my dad's mom passed away was also hard. Like, I was like, okay. Like, I was like, my mind started overthinking. First my uncle, then my grandma, then recently my cousin's grandma, who, in 2020, she was the closest thing I had next to my grandma, because She loves all her grandchildren, even though they are not her own grandchildren. She loves all of them. Whenever I go to my grandma's house, from out there, she'll be, Vaya, you know, right all the way from the gate. She'll be like, Vaya, and all that. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I'll go because she can't walk. She was already suffering also, but she'll take care of us. Young time I used to be naughty. All of them would be scolding me, cursing me. I mean, I was like that. But now I respect all of them. She's the closest I had next to my grandma and my grandfather, because the same love, sorry, the same love, the same way of the way she'll talk. She looks like my grandma as well. Yeah, because when I lost her, I felt like I lost my grandmother as well. Because whenever I'm sad about my grandmother, I'll go to her. I mean, she'll tell me to come all the time. I didn't get to go. I felt so bad all the time I didn't go. My grandmother told me this. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll say it in English. She said, since you're here, you make sure you come and see me every month at least. You come and see me all the time and go. I didn't do it. I mean, I should have done it, And yeah, like, I did go even after breaking up with my ex. Man, I tell you, I was free. I was going like, the one wish that I couldn't fulfill for my grandma was her cashew biscuits. One of my grandfather from Singapore bought for her a cashew biscuit and she loved it. She wanted it so much. My mom said, if you ever get a chance, go and buy this cashew biscuit. I was trying to find online. She didn't want the packaged ones. No, she wanted that handmade ones. I couldn't find. I really couldn't find. I tried and all that. I ordered and I still went and gave. She said, it's not exactly like the one Tata bought. I was like, okay. And I said, okay, I'll come and find and all that. Exactly, MCO happened. I went back 1 month later. We are hearing that she's in the hospital, quite bad and all that. It was really hard. It was very hard. Exactly, that's the night I went and saw and came. The next day, getting the news. I just sat over there to meditate and getting a phone call. I didn't know how to react. I really didn't know how to react. It was hard. Going there for the funeral the next day and all that, just crying, didn't know what to do and all that. First time I ever went to a cemetery. They put her in that and all. I miss my grandma. So yeah. And yeah, anyways, then last year, if I'm not mistaken, or this year, I'm not so sure. I started hearing my cousin was sick, and that was hard. I went and saw him, so we went to his house. He got very thin and all. Actually, honestly, he looked like he had an athletic body. It was nice to see him like that, but we knew he was sick, It was hard. I'm very sorry to my cousin that I was not a good brother. That's all I would say. I don't know. That's one of the hardest things in life. On the other side, I would say always cherish everyone that love you and that you love, even family if they are not close with you, even though they are relatives. Just be nice to everyone. don't be rude. Yeah, when I was 19, I was just rude. I just gave up on life that time when I was rude to people. Young time I was stupid lah. That is different when I was young and all that. But I changed and all. But now I'm at a place where I'm saying don't fight with anyone. Not to say don't fight. Don't even let it to go to them having a bad impression. Anything. Nothing to do with that. Just be nice to everyone. Cherish everyone around you. Your friends or whatever. If your friends are pushing you away, or if your family members are pushing you away or talking bad, it's okay. Just don't care. Don't care. But always be nice to them. Be nice to everyone. Okay? People push you, it's okay. It doesn't mean you have to push them away. You be yourself, be normal to them. Just don't care. That's all I would say. For if my family members push me away, then I would accept it's my stupidity when I was young. But sometimes you can't hold on to your past also. People I notice, if they're doing anything to me, it's because of my childhood or something that I did at least 2 years ago or something. How long are you guys going to hold on to it? Let go of all your past. Okay, whatever bad things or whatever it is, your friends, colleagues, relatives, cousins, siblings, whatever, whoever it is, let go. You guys don't want to talk also, it's okay, but just let go. Enough with, how to say, the family feud or not the anger or whatever misunderstanding it is, just let it go. Be normal. I'm not saying sit, talk happily, this, that and all, no. Just let it go. Be a happy family. At least you don't be the people that have a problem. Just be normal. That's all I would say. That's life, right? That's the thing. You know what? I really can't believe I've been talking for 1 hour straight. We have another 3 more minutes for this one to finish. There you go. Yeah, so that's that. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, no matter what happens in life, don't give up. Keep fighting for what you want, and always make sure that cherish those that love you and those that you love. Okay, and cherish your family. Not everyone gets to have a big family like relatives or even relatives. I'm talking about relatives here. Not everyone gets that. If you guys are pushing away someone, stop doing that. Start taking them in. And if you're one person that's pushing away an entire family member, stop doing that. Get closer as well. Oh, recently my grandfather, another grandfather of mine also passed away. My grandmother's another brother. I couldn't go to the funeral, but hearing that was hard also, because that grandfather used to cook for me sweet and sour mutton last time when I was young. Every Deepavali they'd be in my house, my uncles and aunties. My uncles and auntie, my uncle and my auntie, I don't even call them uncle or auntie. I call them by name. And yeah, Tata used to cook for me sweet and sour mutton. I still remember. Like Tata, I was telling something I don't remember. Tata went behind, he was like, okay, and he was putting chili sauce, he did with sauce and all. Fun. At one point I saw that he couldn't walk. It was very hard for him also. Now seeing my granduncles, grandaunties, my own grandparents and all. Also, all I'm saying is, always be a joint family and be happy together, and friends as well, including your friends. And guys, those people out there that have problem with your, your friends because of your partner, one, I would say, sit and talk to your partner. If there's, you can trust my friend, there's no problem and all. Unless your partner is a psychotic and how to say, very suspicious and how do you say, wait, I forgot that word. Very suspicious and has trust issues and insecure. Somebody that is very insecure, please sit and talk to them. If yet the person can't be changed, I think it's time for you to wake up as well, because it happened to me and it ruined my life with my friends, my family and my studies. So I would tell you guys to reconsider that. On the other hand, just don't give up in life. Keep going, never give up, no matter what. And we are done for 1 hour. So, yeah. So that's a wrap for the video today. I made it for 1 hour straight without doing anything and just talking to you guys. I hope the video wasn't boring, and I know it is boring because it's 1 hour straight, but I hope you guys don't, if my family members or friends or anything, I hope you guys don't take this video wrongly or anything. No offense to anyone. I'm not trying to sit and attack anyone or offend anyone. It's just a story about my life. I mean, I know I missed out lots of things because I'm so nervous I can't think of anything right now. But yeah, anyways, some stories whenever I remember, I'm gonna just post it here and there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And those people in my Instagram, please hit me up, guys. I know I've said it a few times, but yeah. Or if anyone else that is daring enough to talk to the camera, please teach me how. I have no idea how to do that. Yeah. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep posted. And yeah, share this video to your friends, families, and anyone. Please just help me out. Okay, I just hit 1,000 subscribers recently. Now I'm trying to, let's try to make it 2,000 if possible. And yeah, please make sure all of you hit the like button as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one, hopefully soon, because I've already edited I've already taken so many videos for you guys. I haven't edited them, but once I get an editor, if you guys know an editor that would accept $100, 100 ringgit to edit a video, please let me know, because I'm a student, I'm on a very tight budget. So if you guys know anyone, just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram or something. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. And yeah, see you. Bye-bye.